Showing is offline, which it should not be. Refresh.
I always gotta refresh it these days. It doesn't ever convert just straight to
Yeah.
online. You have to go back and refresh it.
It's still showing as offline. I'm wondering.
Mine says offline, but it's at least loading.
Uh-huh.
So it might just be taking a second.
Yeah, I think it's connecting, but give it a sec.
Yeah, we'll give it a sec.
Yeah.
I literally just walked in the door.
Yeah. Oh, yep, we're live.
We'll give it a sec.
Yeah. We're here, everybody, and I should probably tweet it out, like you said. That is a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea if we're gonna stream it.
I'm getting a Twitch ad, and it's a video game of the Charmin bear dodging little smiley piles of poop, and that's terrifying.
Ugh. I keep making tweets about Puyo Puyo Tetris, and for some reason some pro-level Puyo player keeps liking them and responding to them. And,
This pro Puyo player thinks you're good.
well, I think he's just excited that somebody's talking about it. But more upsettingly, his avatar is like a Puyo, but it's like a poop Puyo, and I don't like it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Ew.
So, Puyo.
Right,
is
exactly,
what,
yeah.
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 Good. What
Not
a
a-
good game.
Not a huge fan. He's the guy that I posted
I'm
that
so
video in
peeved
the...
that that's like not coming to PC, because like,
Oh, yeah.
I really want to play some fucking Puyo Puyo.
Yeah,
It's
but
a
is
very-
it like good with a mouse though? That thing seems like it'd be a lot.
I can still plug a gamepad into a PC.
Oh sure, but I mean like the accuracy of a mouse. If it, well, no, there's no accuracy thing. I'm an idiot. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, you'd probably just play with the arrow keys.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would
Oh,
actually
yeah,
play
yeah,
it with a keyboard if I didn't have a controller. I think that'd be fine.
WASD and
Yeah.
arrows.
Anyway, how you guys doing?
Pretty good. I just walked in the door and I'm ready to do this.
Okay. You guys talked to me about wanting to do a scene with Timmy and Edith in Willow Wake. Where, I don't know, why don't you guys explain it, because I don't remember all the details.
Okay. Well, so first I proposed, I didn't know if this was going to come to anything, but I figured, like, because kind of a thing that's been building with my character is that, for some reason, for some completely inexplicable reason, Luke, my character who just wants to help everybody keeps inadvertently hurting the people he cares about, like,
Now,
a lot.
You say that as though
especially
it's my
Jet.
fault.
Well, I mean, kind of.
In what way?
You did kind of create this world wherein you determined exactly what the consequences of my actions would be. Like, whenever my character does something, you're the one that determines, like, what the result of that is. And it's
Listen,
culminated
Mike, action has consequences.
I hate to break it to you, Mike. One way or another, you guys were going down that mine shaft and finding the goddess of lies in the first session.
I know, but the thing is, like, narratively,
Right.
this shit has all been my character's fault specifically.
Sure.
And then most recently, because he was super, like, just trigger happy on using that fucking hourglass.
Right.
I mean, we didn't really do it in character, but I was the one who suggested using it, so I guess narratively it makes sense that Timmy was the one that did it. You know, it got Jet killed. She had to watch herself die.
I mean, yeah.
And it's like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
So, he's not having a good time right now. He's really not.
Sure.
So I figured that night he probably wasn't going to sleep very soundly, and he was probably going to just go for a walk and just kind of wander around in Willow Wake.
Okay. If I remember right, we were describing this as being around probably like 4 a.m., 4:30, late enough that it's like you're out of bed, up all night, but early, but like close enough to morning that maybe somebody could be out for a morning jog, for instance.
Well, it could also be, I mean, like, Edith just also saw her best friend die, so maybe
Sure.
she's not having a great night either.
Okay, all right, yeah, I
It
think
could
the
go
way-
either way.
yeah.
I mean, whatever makes more sense.
Well, it's you guys' scene, so I'll let you decide.
Do you have a preference, Mike? Because it works
no,
either way.
I'm cool either way. So it's what
Then
you want
it's
to
just, it's fucking early. That's
Yeah.
what it is. It's just fucking early.
Okay. So, yeah, you guys have been staying at some kind of lodge in the forest, And, yeah, Timmy, you've probably been tossing and turning all night, and now that it's basically morning, you've gone out to kind of clear your head, and, probably at some point on the return trip, you're bumping into Edith, who has her fucking stupid friend Strength has gotten her into the habit of going out on early morning jogs.
Right, exactly.
Fucking Strength.
And it's at some level, she probably hates herself that she's out doing this.
She's doing
Yeah,
it
like
because
this-
she's worried.
Right.
That's the real
Yeah.
reason, because she's worried about Strength. She's like, well, I better keep this up, because otherwise...
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is like the one morning where she could get away with it. She's out of town. Like, what happens in Willowwick stays in Willowwick.
Right.
Uh,
Especially dead bodies.
God. But, yes, you guys bump into each other out in the woods.
okay. And apologies, I'm very sick, so my character voice is not going to be super good, and it's already not that good to begin with.
That's all
Oh,
right.
it's fine. I kind of gave up on my
Alright.
2 sessions ago, buddy.
Okay. Oh, hey.
What the hell are you doing up this early, kid?
Well, I never slept. It tried, couldn't, didn't.
Well, Edith is like looking around like, I'm gonna have to do this, huh? Alright, well. And she's like, okay, what's, stuff in the wagon bothering you still? That stuff you're talking about, or...
I mean, yeah, kind of. I mean, I just had this whole thing where, I apologized to Jed about accidentally hurting her so much, and then, kind of less than 24 hours later, I caused her to watch herself die. So that's kind of, not really going super good for me. I'm not, I'm kind of batting 000 here.
I have a question, actually.
Okay.
Which one of us is taller? Is it Timmy?
I think
Is
it'd be
Timmy
Timmy. Yeah,
that big?
Yeah, because I think Edith is very tall for a human. I think Timmy is a bugbear.
Yeah, I just don't know what bugbear height is, because I've always kind of imagined bugbears as cute, but that's probably not the case.
Not in the slightest. Bugbears are big, scary
No.
monsters.
Yeah, I
Well,
haven't
that
nailed it
sucks.
down, but my mental sort of measuring stick has always been comically enormous.
Okay.
Like, he's big enough for whatever's happening to probably look ridiculous.
Yeah, like I would say like 8.5 feet tall.
Edith kind of sighs and goes, I didn't realize you knew how to fire a bow.
Well, I mean, I didn't fire it myself, per se, but, kind of wouldn't have happened if I hadn't suggested we use the thing.
Edith kind of, like, there has to be somewhere to, like, sit nearby. I think she's going to gesture over to, like, a fallen log or something in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, sure.
Because I imagine
Right,
they
sure.
don't clear that shit here.
Right,
They,
definitely.
Yeah.
they let things fall. And she gestures for him to sit over there, and she's going to sit down next to him and go, I was the one holding it, so is it my fault?
Well, no.
So why, Timmy, why is it your fault?
Because it was my idea. Because I keep... It's not even necessarily things I do directly. It just feels like every choice I make, every idea I have gets someone hurt. It's not, and it's not even just Jed. Do you remember Carl, who works across the street from us?
Carl. No, I never met a Carl. Who are you talking about?
Well, okay, there was a guy who works across the street from us. Used to be a real good friend of mine. The day with the pizza golem, that was very explicitly my fault. Yeah, he got burned by hot cheese real bad, and he hasn't spoken to me since.
Yeah, well, listen, sometimes cheese happens. It's... You picked a real weird day to start working with us, is what I'll say.
I don't know, maybe
What
it's
do you-
because I started working there that shit got weird.
Oh, no, buddy. Edith lets out, like, a long laugh. And she just goes, No. It's been like this since I started, 10 years ago now? We never got involved with goddesses, say, but, there was always something. Listen, kid.
Yeah.
I tried to break those chains just the same. She would have got out either way. We weren't going to leave her in that pit. It's not your fault just because you were the one to do it. It was a group decision. And we all have to live with that now.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose you're right. How do you stay strong when this shit keeps happening? I feel like with all the crazy shit that's happened over the last 2 months and evidently over the last decade, you just seem to be able to roll with whatever it is, and I don't know how you managed to do that.
Well, uh, listen, Timmy. I've been there long enough that so many things have happened, and I'm not proud of it, but I just stopped giving a shit for that long. And with everything that's happening now, I can't help but start to try and care again, because otherwise, we've gotten ourselves wrapped up in one big mess here. And it's much bigger than us now, and I'm working with strength, and now I gotta take care of you guys, apparently. My fucking job. And she stops, and she kind of, like, looks off for a second and goes, and then I kind of want to anyway. It's not fair to anybody if all that shit goes down and I'm not there to help. I've been there long enough. I know better. And, you know, none of you are going to punch any problems.
Well, that's true. I mean, you are very good at punching problems.
It's kind of what I do, kid.
So, where do we go from here?
Well, I gotta say, you might think that you fucked Jet's life up, but to be frank, in the last 6 hours, 10 hours, I don't know if I've seen her happier. She's been playing that instrument for, God, the last few that I saw, and she seems fairly content. So, maybe you did more good than you thought.
I hope so. It'd just be nice for just to leave something or someone better off than they were when I found them. Just once, you know?
Oh, well, you got a good foundation. You're a nice kid. A little stupid, but pretty nice. And just... You're trying, Timmy. And we all know you're trying. And damn it, that counts for something, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
And God, listen, we kind of have an interdimensional hell being after us now, so it's gonna keep being tough. But you haven't given up yet, have you?
Well, I suppose not. Thought about it. Not gonna lie, I thought about it.
But you didn't.
Yeah.
She punches him in the shoulder. Makes you pretty tough yourself, kid.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Now, look. I'm about done with this run. And, you know, we're pretty close to home, and when you know when we're leaving? We leaving early? We leaving late? What are we doing?
I don't know. Honestly, I think it's going to come down to whenever Jet's ready to go.
Yeah, that's fair. She's got the most stuff here. We should both probably try to rest up a little bit before we head out. I don't think there's much to be done this early in the morning, as much as I might hear otherwise.
Yeah, that sounds fair. Hey, Edith?
Yeah.
Thanks for talking to me.
Ah, of course, kid. Just, try and keep it together. I don't want to do this too often.
You got it.
Yeah, I don't know what else I can add.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys kind of did what you wanted to do.
Yeah, that wrapped up a lot faster than I was expecting. But you know what? Hey, that was good.
Yeah. All right then.
I think that was something that my character needed, and in turn, I think that was something I needed. So.
Yeah, no, you're doing fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So And actually, that's kind of something I was wanting to actually do this before I figured out what I wanted to change one of my aspects to.
Uh-huh.
Because I figured with all the horse shit that's been happening, I should probably be ready to adjust something.
Sure.
And so I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to switch out Worshipper of the Goddess Health.
Okay.
To, let's see. I probably want it to reflect what just happened, so maybe just Edith believes in me or something.
Okay, so that's interesting. You're dropping Worshipper of the Goddess Health from your...
Yeah, would you drop... What are your other aspects? Because I don't think you could... Well, you could.
Well,
it's up to you.
Well, I mean, that's not going to stop being true about my character.
Sure.
It's just,
Sure.
that's been an aspect that has never been invoked. I've had it the entire time.
That's fair.
And nothing has actually come of it.
Yeah.
It kind of relates to your... It's more useful to you as a stunt you have, because you have the healing stunt,
Right,
which
right.
would
Yeah.
kind of overlap with that, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, I can also make it something more generic, just like, I need to be stronger, or just something. Something about just not wanting to let people
I
down.
like Edith believes in me.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay. Alright. Alright, got it.
Awesome. Okay. Well,
Yeah, I don't know how much more we needed to do there. I just wanted to do that scene, because Edith really wanted to talk to Timmy after hearing him in the car. Look at this fucking idiot kid. Doesn't know what he's talking about. You go on long enough, you realize shit just happens, and you gotta keep going.
Alright. Cool.
All right. Well, thanks for listening in on this one then.
The most
Yeah,
mini
I'm
session.
sorry if you expected there to be dice rolled or something.
Nah. Sorry if you were expecting an impromptu, like, super dramatic, emotional scene.
Yeah, sorry, we can't all be song.
Oh yeah, that could not happen every time.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to cry, you can just go back and hear the bit Ashley did again.
Yeah.
That's still there.
God.
Oh God.
Anyway, we'll see you some other time. Bye.
Bye.